I have two eyes to see the world, and the world is mine. Later that day on my way, I saw a boy with eyes of blue. He watched the other children play, he did not know what to do. I stopped to watch him, then I said,
Good evening, Assalamu alaikum, and a warm welcome to Drivetime. My name is Idrees. Keep me company weekdays between 5 and 6 p.m. During Ramadan. And as you probably guessed, I do have a guest in the studio, and supporting a very bright red turban is Mr. Singh today. A warm welcome to you to CVFM Studios, and welcome. How are you?
Thank you very much. First of all, I'd like to wish all listeners a very happy Ramadan, and hopefully the celebrations will be just as ecstatic as they have been in the past, welcoming everybody.
Yes, given the limitations that we have in terms of the lockdown, I think people are just getting on with it. In terms of your practice, Chauhan and Singh, Chartered Accountants, which is based on Borough Road, how have you guys been operating during this period?
We've been struggling because of the lockdown. We've had to operate with some staff working from home with great difficulty. Fortunately, mobile phones allows us to contact clients and customers just to reassure them, because a lot of things have happened from these last 6 weeks or so, ever since we were locked down on the 23rd of March 2020. And Chauhan and Singh have been supporting our clients for the last 40 years, and we will continue to support our clients with advice and other matters during the lockdown and subsequently, because we just don't know at this stage what's going to happen when the lockdown is released and how that's going to impact upon not only business, but the rest of society and the world.
No, I thought it was really important to get yourself in and just have a chat with you in terms of lots of people, both who are employed, but also businesses as well, are suffering as a result of this. And there is government support available. Some people have access to it. We've had conversations with people, but a lot of people probably haven't. So in terms of those that are employed for a company or an organization, and some have been furloughed, so just explain that furlough, because this is the first time I heard that
yes
word.
It's an old term, but it's basically furloughing is putting in a suspension into dormancy. And the government have taken unprecedented steps, never heard of these before, to make sure that the economy, the country, can recover once the lockdown or once the fear of this virus subsides substantially. Now, furloughing mainly employs to staff, people who work for you or that you are working for someone. For example, my employer might say, I'm going to furlough you. He could make me redundant. That's an option, but he's furloughing you. And what that means is that I can go home and still be paid up to 80% of my salary from the government, which the employer will receive and will pass on to me. Whilst I'm furloughed, I can receive 80% of my salary up to a maximum of £2,500 per month. Even though I'm furloughed, I can still look for other work. And if I'm fortunate, I might be able to get employment, even as, say, hypothetically, a farmhand or stacking shelves at Asda, just to keep my mental sanity. But still, I will be paid up to £2,500 a maximum a month from my employer. And he will receive that money, along with employers' national insurance, directly from the government. It doesn't just fall from the heaven. Somebody will have to make an application for it. And that's why I'm confident that a lot of accountants are working from home, trying to help their clients to access these funds. And Chauhan and Singh have maintained our payroll department, and 85-90% of our clients have received their money already. The important thing is to make sure that all the relevant documentation and references are available and your accountant has them. He can make the application, on your behalf, but the money will go normally into the business bank account.
So that is those that are employed in terms of the furlough process. What about, can we just look, I'm going to break down the business in two different segments. One is those that are in self-employment and micro businesses as well, because different rules apply to them. So, for example, taxi drivers or small micro businesses that don't have a premises of their own, but they're operating. So what sort of help and support is available for those businesses?
Okay, for small businesses which have their premises and their rates, they are not paying any business rates, then the government has given them a grant for them of up to £10,000. So if they're not paying any rates, they will get a government grant, and they have up to £10,000 based upon their business premises. And that will be paid directly from your local authority. For example, Middlesbrough Council has been paying £10,000 to small businesses, and a lot of our clients have received them. The larger businesses can get a grant of up to £25,000.
So the likes of, I'm just giving an example. So we've got Hamza Catering down there, a small sort of takeaway, small restaurant business. They've been closed for a month now. In fact, they're opening today, back up again in terms of takeaways. So business like that will able to, if they are paying no business rates, but up to £10,000.
Yeah, they will get a grant from Middlesbrough Borough Council of up to £10,000. What they need to do is make sure that they have applied and they have the relevant documents, and that's usually your rates letter. If they haven't been contacted by the council, we would suggest that they go on Middlesbrough Council, middlesbrough.gov.uk, and apply directly. It's
a simple process. It's
very straightforward.
One form to fill. So if you've got a larger business and they are paying business rates, say for example, Kashmir Food Stores, which is in terms of their square meterage is larger, than they'll be paying certain amount business rate. So a business like that or that size will be able to access up to 25,000.
That's right, from the local authority. So this
is in the form of a grant.
A grant, yes. That money will go straight into your bank, and you can use it to make sure that you survive this lockdown period. That is the whole purpose of the support from the government, because what they don't want to do is businesses to go down, and then when the lockdown is removed, there's nothing there.
So in terms of other help from businesses, was that in terms of business rates, was it a deferment?
No, what's happened is at the moment, local councils should be given rates relief to businesses, especially in the hospitality sector, i.e. that's automatic. Businesses in the hospitality sector, pubs, restaurants, etc., who are closed in order to make sure that this virus doesn't spread. They're closed. They will be able to not get only these grants, but they will not be paying any business rates.
In this year?
Yeah, in this year.
Okay. And so if you look at self-employment, so how does that work? Because they are able to access...
So government, again, has been pretty generous. They are saying that if you are self-employed and you are registered with HMRC and were registered with them for the last 3 years, what they will do, they will be matching something similar to what's on the furloughing method for employees. They have said that if you're registered and have submitted last 3 years tax returns, and if your self-employment income is over 50% of your total income, then you will receive a grant of up to £2,500 maximum per month, based upon your tax return.
So if I take my taxi drivers as an example again, and they are mostly self-employed, they're not registered as companies, most of them. So they will have their returns over the last, say for example, so is that net? Is it based on net or gross?
No, it's based upon the assessable profit that's been declared after capital allowances and expenses. So what will happen, hypothetically, if their profits have been £10,000 every year on their tax return, the government will say, well, it's 30,000 on average, divided by 3, that's 10,000, divide that by 12, and then they will say 10,000 divided by 12, we will give you a grant of 3 months worth. That what's been happening, and what we understand is that the letters are coming out, or they will be contacted directly by HMRC middle of May, and the payment will be received in early June, backdated from April. So that's very important. We've also understand that if your principal income is rental income, then unfortunately that's not treated as self-employment, because a lot of our people in the community think that renting out properties is self-employment. It isn't. It's not a trade. It's not classified as trade. It's classified as investment. So in order to obtain this money from the government, over 50% of your total income has to be self-employed. For example, taxi drivers, shop owners, hairdressers.
So if, for example, you've got a few houses, but the bulk of your self-employment, say the £10,000 for them taxis and £6,000 from a property on rental, so they shown a net
10.
profit of 16, but they're only able to get
on the 10,000,
10,000.
yes, because the 6,000 is classified by government at this point in time as investment income or non-trading income. And that's very important to remember that. So if they think, oh, well, I've declared 20,000 and the bulk of it is rental income, unfortunately, it's not likely that they'll get much payment. However, there is an appeal mechanism that can be made. Furthermore, those people who are completely struggling, the government has said, go and get an application made for universal credit straight away. And the number of universal credit applications has just gone through the roof.
And to apply for universal credit, which is a combination of different benefits that are bought under one umbrella, so you can apply for that online.
Yes, you can apply online, but bear with them, because you're not going to likely to get through on the phone straight away. Make the application, and once you've got your references, etc., follow it up.
Okay, so in terms of applying for the self-employment, is that an application process?
No,
has it opened?
Our understanding is that it hasn't opened up. It's going to be opening up middle of May, and HMRC, who've employed a lot of extra staff and have taken people back who've retired, who are helping out, they will be contacting you directly. The self-employed people will be directly. I suggest that if you haven't heard by the 20th of May, you go online and make the application yourself, because desperate times requires desperate measures, and we encourage all self-employed people, because the backbone of this economy, of this country, is small micro businesses, small businesses, not the big, large PLCs, but the small ones which generate the main amount of business in the whole of the country. But moving on, you've got to be aware that there's also deferrals as well, which we want to discuss.
So explain what deferrals are, because if you had your tax return from last year, but you haven't done your payment of the tax yet, so can that be deferred, or do you have to pay it now?
Well, let me explain. It's been quite generous again. That's why we say these are unprecedented times, because no government has ever done this before, not to my knowledge anyway. So what they've said, first of all, VAT. VAT is a big payment that most businesses pay. And normally it's got to be paid immediately in the quarter that the VAT return is submitted, within 7 days. However, as a measure of generosity of government, they said that those people can defer payments of their VAT, which were falling due between 20th of March 2020 and 30th of June 2020. That can be deferred, and no application needs to be made. They will not suffer any penalty, and they will not suffer any interest. And the same thing applies for income tax payments. So normally we've paid our January installment, and another one will be due 31st of July. That again will not need to be paid until 31st of January next year, 2021. And again, there will be no interest or penalty on that. So that what the government are encouraging is, rather than paying the tax, keep it, support yourself, so that when lockdown is over, we can get the economy back moving again.
So now we had a chat about the small micro businesses and then some of the larger businesses, like Kashmir food stores and like that, able access grants up to 25,000, access no business rates for
10,000 grants,
yeah.
yes.
What about the larger businesses? There were some loans that were mentioned as well, so people that might be interested in that.
That's right. The government again said when the Chancellor Rishi Sunak announced, he said that there would be COVID business interruption loans, and that would be given by the government via the banks to businesses, again to help them and sustain them during the lockdown. And it was suggested that smaller loans of up to £250,000 would be made available, and these would be made available without personal guarantee, and that the business who obtained these loans wouldn't have to pay any interest or fees for the first year and wouldn't have to make any payments for the first 12 months. Unfortunately, the government didn't anticipate what the banks would do. The banks were generous, but not exceptionally generous, because they made them on the basis of their normal business terms, and the government only backed these loans up to 80%. With this imposed a risk to the banks of 20%. So obviously they thought, well, rather than losing 20%, we might have to ask the customer to give certain cash flow projections, etc., etc. And so the take-up or the giving of these loans was very tight. And I think a lot of MPs and businesses and even the Chancellor got to the banks and said, hang fire, you need to be a little bit more flexible with this. That was for the larger businesses. But again, as we've mentioned, it's the small businesses which are the backbone of the economy. And so only recently, in fact, today, it's been released, and that these are the loans for small enterprises, which the government has called bounce back loans. And these are loans. You've got to remember, these are loans. These will be repaid, have to be repaid, but these are small business applications for loans of up to £50,000. And there's been a stampede. And I'll give you a small example. Barclays opened up their website for these loans and received 200 applications in the very first minute. I suspect the other banks are the same situation. These loans are designed for small businesses. And again, the beauty of these are they are 100% backed by the government, and they have a interest rate of 2.5%. No fees or interest for the first 12 months, and there's not going to be any repayments for the first 12 months.
So if you were a business that wanted to access this, so it's administered through the banks, and
it's again administered through the banks, but the beauty of this, it's just a 2-page document. You can either apply through your bank directly, or you can go onto the gov.uk website, and that will redirect you. And the other thing is you can apply to a different bank, not necessarily your own. So this is a loan backed by the government by 100%. The government originally, when the lockdown was announced, was a little bit hesitant to give it. However, pressure by small business groups and other MPs and the country, basically, they've said, yes, we'll back it by 100%. But you've got to remember, these are loans. They will have to be paid. And so don't think it's just a free money, because what also has been said is that the banks have to recover these loans before the government will refund them.
So so is that up to 50,000?
Up to £50,000, and normally up to about 5-6 years.
Okay. And say small business, do they have, is it in terms of their profits, and do they look at that previously in terms of their turnover, profits?
They will ask for information. The banks naturally will ask for details of profits, how long you've been trading for, and your turnover, and they will give the loan accordingly. This is the 50,000 represents a maximum.
Okay.
I would urge businesses to apply, but to be sensible about it, because these are still going to impact on your cash flow.
So that is just been announced today, the bounce back loans, and then further information can be available on gov.uk website. and
Or your local bank.
or your local banks as well. So how should businesses be getting ready in terms of once the lockdown is finally over and to get back to the new norm? Because obviously the way things are, we aren't going to get to anywhere near pre-October, November last year. So business will be operating differently. There will be social distancing restrictions. So what advice do you have for businesses out there in terms of getting back to normality to some extent?
Well, I think having suffered through 3 recessions in the past since the 70s, we might have a little our practice, and certainly I have personal experience of these recessions. And my honest opinion is it's going to be exceptionally tough. Don't think we're going to be able to resort or bounce back to the same levels of business, the same levels of employment, and the same levels of activity that we've had in the past 10 to 12 years. And there's a strong risk, a very strong risk or likelihood that there's going to be a deep recession. But this recession is going to impact the UK and the rest of Europe, and in fact the whole of the world. I can't see any economy bouncing back to a strong level immediately. It's going to take a long time. And therefore, what we would urge businesses is to think of purely cash flow, because the name of the game might be to survival. And the main thing that they've got to do is get their money in as quickly as possible. For example, getting customers to pay up right up front if they are a cash business, but if it's a credit business, reduce the terms that they offer or offer discounts to get the cash in. At the same time, they're going to have to concentrate on controlling their own costs. For example, renegotiating rent. Also consider utilities, cutting certain levels of expenditure, even renting rather than buying outright. But the most important thing is you're going to have to get the money in quickly. Make sure you keep it for as long as possible. Furthermore, yes, we've got furlough. Yes, we've got self-employment. However, there's going to be a backlash. For example, the airways industry, flying might be restricted quite significantly.
Mm-hmm.
And the travel industry, I'm sure we've heard that British Airways and some of the other airlines are cutting staff. In your own business, you might need to reassess how many staff you actually need with these social restrictions, how many you can actually operate with. And so the most important thing is be honest with the staff and try to engender a mentality where ultimately we're all going to have to work together to get through these difficult times. We've got through them in the past. There's no reason why the country can't pull together as it is now for the future and restore a level of normalcy back to where we were before.
So you're projecting some lean times ahead. It's the cash flow is
Critical.
is critical. Look at how you can reduce your overheads.
Yeah.
So look at your utilities, your rents, and so obviously the rates you're going to have some leeway from the government. Maybe try and negotiate how much rent you're paying with your landlord. So.
And the biggest cost is you're going to have to sit down about staff. And here at Tune and Sing, all we can say is that if people need advice, we're happy to help. We've been supporting businesses for a very long time, and we will continue to do so. And you can contact one of our 20 staff on 01642 244 090.
I think our listeners know that number because we have one of your
Thank you, Mr. Rashid.
One of your ads playing on a regular basis. But aside from that, I think it's important that people look at their business situation, and if they need any guidance or any advice, then as a chartered accountancy firm, you've been here for how long now?
Over 40 years. Over 40 years.
You must have started when you lit that.
Yeah, well, you can see my beard's gone completely white now.
So, listeners, if you do have any questions, do get in touch with Chauhan and Singh. They'll be happy to assist you in any way possible. And if you want any further information, or if you have any comments and suggestions, we still have time, and maybe we can get Mr. Singh back for a little update before the end of Ramadan. I think it's the 10th of Ramadan today, so we've got another 2/3 of Ramadan to go. So if there are any updates or anything like that, then we'll be happy to get Mr. Singh back again. I just want to say thank you for showing your support for CVFM Radio over the last number of years now, and also for being our accountants as well. I just want to get that out there. And we always had a fantastic service, very professional. And the staff have been really helpful, and really enjoy attending some of your social functions as well, which are a highlight of the year.
Thank you, Mr. Rashid.
For some of the businesses that we work with. So I know you're being a pillar of the community for a long time, and thank you for coming in, and thank you for the opportunity as well, because I think lots of businesses think, my clients are getting seen to, and they're not mine. But you're saying, look, I'm there to offer help and advice to everyone out there, and that's why we have this CVFM platform to offer advice and support to everyone out there.
Thank you very much for inviting me. I want to wish all the viewers again happy Ramzan, and the most important thing is we are there regardless of any community restriction. We're open to all communities, and we've been serving all communities for such a long time. I think we treat everybody on an equal basis, because we're all brothers and sisters under the eyes of our Heavenly Father, regardless of whatever name you give him.
Thank you for that, Mr. Singh. So that was Mr. Singh from Chauhan and Singh Chartered Accounts based on Borough Road. So we'll gonna go for a quick break, and I'm let you know that Brother Tariq has messaged me earlier on from Hamza's and saying he's opened back up again today. So thank you to Brother Tariq. I'll give you some details. He's got some nice vegetarian platters as well, Mr. Singh. So if you fancy a little family get together, a virtual one via Zoom. Lots of people are having virtual iftars and virtual dinners as well, by ordering and getting delivered, and going on Zoom or Facebook Live or whatever, and connecting families. So people are using technology
yes,
to stay connected. So a few short messages from our sponsors, then we'll be back after with a competition.
And now it's time for commercial break.
नसीम, जब भी मैं आपके घर पर आती हूँ तुम्हारा कारपेट देखकर बहुत अफसोस होता है।
क्या करूँ परवीन जी, उस दिन मैं कारपेट स्टोर पे गई थी, वहाँ की प्राइसेस को देखकर मुझे रोना आ गया था।
बड़े स्टोरों की छोड़ो और ये रोना धोना बंद करो। बरो कारपेट, जहाँ आपको अच्छा कारपेट बहुत ही सस्ते रेट में मिलेगा।
Don't pay big chain store prices. Choose Borough Carpets. Free fitting, free underlay and free home samples visit. Super thick luxury carpets on sale now. Lots of colours to choose from. Your local independent discount retailer. Borough Carpets, 131 to 133 Park Lane, Middlesbrough. Telephone 01642 688 786. Borough Carpets, giving you the red carpet welcome.
मरहबा स्वीट्स एंड बेकर्स, ताजा मिठाई, केक्स, एशियन बिस्किट्स और सेवरी स्नैक्स, बर्थडे और सेलिब्रेशन केक्स भी नाम के साथ ऑर्डर पर तैयार किए जाते हैं। रमजान में अफ्तार टेक वे मील डील सिर्फ 10 पाउंड से। स्टार्टर्स में खजूर, समोसे, पकोड़े और मेन कोर्स में चिकन या मीट कढ़ाई, 2 रोटी या 2 नान या फिर चावल के साथ। मरहबा स्वीट्स एंड बेकर्स, 291 लिंथोप रोड, मिर्जापुर, 01642 507 412। मरहबा स्वीट्स एंड बेकर्स।
मोमिनो माह रमज़ान मुबारक हो सबको। मोमिनो
मुबारक हो हर किसी को रमजान की मुबारक हो। जुल्फकार अली भुट्टो और कश्मीर फूड स्टोर की तरफ से सबकी सा कम्युनिटी और रेडियो रमजान के सुनने वालों को रमजान बहुत बहुत मुबारक हो।
कश्मीर फूड स्टोर,
आइए अपने रमजान को खुशगवार बनाइए कश्मीर फूड स्टोर के साथ। यहाँ आपको न सिर्फ ताज़ा गोश्त, सब्जी, फल और मसाला जात बल्कि घरेलू इस्तेमाल की अशिया जैसे बर्तन भी मुनासिब कीमत पर दस्तयाब है। आज ही आए कश्मीर फूड स्टोर, 115 to 123 Abingdon Road, Middlesbrough. Telephone number 01642 242426.
Mayflowers, flowers for all occasions. Wishing a Ramadan Mubarak to all our customers. Why not put a smile on your loved one's face this Ramadan with the gift of colourful and beautifully fragrant flowers expertly arranged by our professionals. Flowers suitable for all occasions, birthdays, anniversaries, weddings, funerals and more. Visit our Facebook page Mayflowers Middlesbrough now to see our wonderful floral arrangements. Call now on 01642 805 080. Delivery service available. Mayflowers. Flowers for all occasions.
इस माह रमजान आप जरूरतमंद अफराद की जिंदगी बदल सकते हैं। एसकेटी वेलफेयर को अतिया की गई आपकी ज़कात नादार अफराद को गुर्बत से आजादी दे सकती है। यतीम बच्चे स्कूल जा सकते हैं, उनको पीने का साफ पानी मुहैया किया जा सकता है, उनको वाफिर मिकदार में ग़िज़ा मिल सकती है। इस आलमी वबा के दौरान मुस्तहिकीन को बुनियादी ज़रूरियात जिंदगी की ज्यादा जरूरत है। हमारी ज़कात पॉलिसी के तहत आपकी अतिया की गई रकम की पाई मुस्तहिक अफराद तक पहुंचाई जाए। राबिते के लिए 0300302078
This is an important message from the government. For now, we must all still stay at home. It can be hard, but it's making a difference. So please keep going for the ones you love. Keep going for every key worker on the front line as they keep going for us. Keep going because together we will beat the virus. To all of you making sacrifices every day, thank you. Stay home, protect the NHS, save lives.
You're listening to CVFM Ramadan Live.
104.5 CVFM.
आया है माहे सयाम बमा परवरदिगारे इलाही के कुरान दुआ है मेरी तुझ पर तेरी रहमतों मगफिरतों और निजात का हो एहसान कुछ मेरा भी बन जाए हकीकी जिंदगी का सामान।
You are listening to CVFM Radio Ramadan Live.
Indeed, live across Middlesbrough on 104.5 on Facebook and YouTube via Ramadan Live. Make sure you head over to the page on YouTube and give it a follow and a like. What a quick terminology is subscribe, isn't it? Big thank you to Mr. Singh as well. I know there's one or two questions that came in via the live comment, Shazmin. I will double check that with Mr. Singh and put a comment on there. And also a couple of messages on the WhatsApp as well in relation to yesterday's quiz. I will let you know who the winners are. In fact, I will let you know who the winners are right now. It is the first winner was Javaria Akhtar, who was the winner of the Cluckies meal deal, and Samar Begum from Stockton was the other individual who got the Manjaro's Palm voucher. So those were two winners yesterday. Who is it going to be today? We'll soon find out. So I'm going to be heading to an Islamic quiz, and I'm going to take out my box of questions and pick something. You know, I've been starting off really, really easy over the last week. But we'll see if we can get into the second box where the questions are a little bit harder. But I might just sneak one out of the first box for today.
दुनिया ते आवे जेड़ा
मदीने विच जान निकले ਇਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਭਲਾਏ ਮੂਮਨੋ ਸਭ ਦਾ ਮਰ ਕੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਤਰਵੇ ਨਬੀ ਦਾ ਤੇ ਰੱਬ ਦਾ ਇਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਭਲਾਏ ਮੂਮਨੋ ਸਭ ਦਾ ਮਰ ਕੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਤਰਵੇ ਨਬੀ ਦਾ ਤੇ ਰੱਬ ਦਾ ਵਿੱਚ ਕਬਰ ਦੇ ਸੀਨੇ ਚੋਂ ਕੁਰਾਨ ਨਿਕਲੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕਬਰ ਦੇ सीने चो कुरान निकले रब्बा मेरी जे मदीने विच जान निकले रब्बा मेरी जे मदीने विच जान निकले
Assalamu alaikum and a warm welcome back to Drive Time. It's fast approaching 20 to 6 on this, what day is it? Monday. You know what? Since the whole of this lockdown has happened, you struggle to remember which day it is. So it is definitely a Monday. And welcome to you. If you just joined us, we are on 104.5. CVFM radio across Middlesbrough and the Teesside area. You can also listen to us on the FM frequency, as I mentioned, but on the app as well. If you got a TuneIn app or any of the streaming apps, if you just search for CVFM radio, we're on there as well, and also via the website. Most of our programs are also broadcast on the Facebook page of Ramadan Live and also on YouTube as well now. So you'll be able to stream it or cast it onto your TVs as well. Watch out for Iftar transmission, which is brought to you every evening. Actually, I'm going to say weekdays, but every evening from 7:30 till Iftar time. And before that, for around about an hour or so, it is Aman Hussain with Natiki Prasad with Aman Hussain. So lots of programs. Before myself was Brother Faisal Sultani with Ramzan Vibes. And prior to that, in the morning, with Sister Shakila Jamil. She's with you with her program from 11 till 1 p.m. So that is Dore Quran. So plenty of programs, and we have a late night show with Brother Rao Kamar Rizwan from 10 till midnight, and then obviously a Sari program, which we are linking in with across a number of stations across the country. So inshallah, if you do want to get involved with any of the programs, it's very easy to do so. And drop us a message on WhatsApp on 01642688104. That's 01642688104. I am going to drop you a quick message that I received from Brother Tariq from Hamza's. Hamza's on Waterloo Road. So they, as a part of COVID-19 restrictions, they decided to close, even though lots of takeaways were still open. But Brother Tariq's back open again this evening. And as a special gift to our listeners, everyone's getting free Jannah Chart. So if you are heading that way and you fancy Jannah Chart, head over to Hamza's and tell them you heard it on CVFM Radio Ramadan Live, that you're giving away a free Jannah Chart. Yeah, so they open for business this evening. So if you in fact, you know, they got some nice platters. So they got a Ramazan special platter which serves 5 people, includes 10 drumsticks, 10 pieces of shish kebab, Russian salad box, pakora, mint chutney. And in terms of dessert, it's shahi halwa and all that's for just $19.99. So that's one of the offers they do, and they also do a bigger offer, which includes, which is again for 5 people, but has main courses as well with the chicken and meat rice, karai, boneless karai, naan, gulab jamun, halwa. So all these things are available. So if you give them a bell on, I'll give you the number in a second while I dig it out. I don't know it from memory. So if you would like to order anything, they are open. But even if you don't, and if you just fancy some free Jana chat, and then head over that way. The telephone number is 01642 244 255. That's an easy number. Remember, isn't it? 01642 244 255 for all your catering needs. So they do have some special Ramzan platter offers for 5 people or 10 people or whatever, how many people you want to order for. But some definitely good value for money there. So we are in the process of getting an advert ready for Brother Tariq and Hamza's catering in Middlesbrough. But in the meantime, I'm sure that information was sufficient for you if you are wanting to treat yourself. And you know, if you're thinking, oh, I've been cooking for the last 10 days, I fancy a little break, then just give Brother Tariq a ring at Hamza's and they're able to sort that out for you in no time. So we're going to go towards our daily competition, quiz, whatever you want to call it. It's more of a quiz, isn't it? It's if you want to take part, it's quite easy to do so. 01642688104. Let's head towards Nasheed, and then after this, I'll be giving you the question, inshallah.
حمدا لله سبحان الله سبحان الله حمدا لله حمدا لله ولا إله إلا الله ولا إله إلا الله والله أكبر والله أكبر سبحان الله حمدا لله ولا إله إلا الله والله أكبر سبحان الله حمدا لله ولا إله إلا الله والله أكبر Allah, He is the greatest, most worthy of our praise, is the one, the everlasting Lord of the world. Allah, He is the greatest, most worthy of our praise, is the one, the everlasting Lord of the worlds. No equal to the one, no father and no son, power, no hunger or sleep can overcome. No equal to the one, no father and no son, no Lord but Him, Muhammad is His messenger. Subhanallah, hamdan lillah, wa la ilaha illallah, wallahu akbar. Subhanallah, hamdan lillah, wa la ilaha illallah, wallahu akbar. We turn to Him and pray 5 times each day to strengthen our iman and guide us on His way. We turn to Him and pray 5 times each day. This pillar of Islam, it washes sins away. Subhanallah, hamdan lillah, wa la ilaha illallah, wallahu akbar. Subhanallah, hamdan lillah, wa la ilaha illallah, wallahu akbar. A portion of our wealth we give to the poor, reminding us we have so much to thank Him for. A portion of our wealth we give to the poor. Allah loves to give, so He blesses us with more. Subhanallah, hamdan lillah, wa la ilaha illallah, wallahu akbar. Subhanallah, hamdan lillah, wa la ilaha illallah, wallahu akbar. Subhanallah, hamdan lillah, Subhanallah, hamdan lillah, wa la ilaha illallah, wa la ilaha illallah, wallahu akbar, wallahu akbar, lillahil hamd, wa lillahil hamd. Together we all fast the month of Ramadan, from Fajr time until the setting of the sun. Together we all fast the month of Ramadan, to seek Allah's forgiveness. In evening prayer we stand. Subhanallah, hamdan lillah, wa la ilaha illallah, wallahu akbar. Subhanallah, hamdan lillah, wa la ilaha illallah, wallahu akbar. By plane or by car, we come from near and far, on Hajj to the Kaaba, labbaik Allahumma. By plane or by car, we come from near and far, to visit our beloved Rasulullah. Subhanallah, hamdan lillah, wa la ilaha illallah, wallahu akbar. Subhanallah, hamdan lillah, wa la ilaha illallah, wallahu akbar. Subhanallah, hamdan lillah, wa la ilaha illallah, wallahu akbar. Subhanallah, hamdan lillah, wa la ilaha illallah, wallahu akbar. Subhanallah, hamdan lillah, wa la ilaha illallah, wallahu akbar.
Beautiful Nasheed, subhanallah. Welcome back to CVFM Ramadan Live. My name is Idrees, keeping you company. Weekdays between 5 and 6 p.m. It is about 15 minutes left till the end of the program. Had Mr. G.H. Singh from Chauhan and Singh Accountants earlier on, just giving you some information, some advice, some guidance around the current COVID support that's available for businesses, for individuals that have been furloughed, for self-employed people. So if you want any further information, do get in touch with Chauhan and Singh. I'm sure they'll be more than happy to advise and guide you. And did have a question or two that are coming after Mr. Singh left. So I will put those questions to him and get back to you guys tomorrow. Big welcome to brother AK Ali Saab. Assalamu alaikum. Kaise aap? He said something on Facebook. I'm not sure what he said. There's no messages on there, but I can see his name coming up on the screen as well. So, question for our daily quiz. We're going to give you an opportunity to win a Manjaro's Palmo voucher. And I actually fancy a Manjaro's Palmo myself today as well. So I think I will be maybe popping in for one today as well. So the question is, obviously, you know, the month of the Quran is Ramadan, but in relation to the Holy Quran, how many prophets are mentioned in the Holy Quran? So that is the question coming out of box number 2 today, because I think I've given you enough really, really easy questions for the last 5, 6, 7 days. I think it's time for a little bit more difficult question. In fact, I'm going to give you a multiple choice as well, because otherwise you might be having loads of guesses and it's going to be going on forever. So I'm going to give you a multiple choice. So how many prophets are mentioned by name in the Holy Quran? Is it 25, 26, or 28? 25, 26, or 28. 01642688104 is the telephone number. So the question is, how many prophets are mentioned in the Holy Quran? That is the question to win and to get entered into our daily Palmo voucher for Manjaros. You can also send us a message on 01642688104 on WhatsApp as well. Also, in fact, if you're using SMS, then you can send us a number, send us a text on SMS as well. Just going back to yesterday's winners, we had Javeria Akhtar, who won the Cluckies voucher. And the vouchers are downstairs. They'll be getting posted. And the other one was Samar Begum, who was the Manjaro's winner in Stockton. So congratulations to both of you for taking part and winning. Everyone else that took part yesterday, never mind, but you have another opportunity today, and remember, it's all about fun and taking part as well. So talking about taking part, and I mentioned this yesterday, for our tablet giveaway, we are running a draw to give a Galaxy Tab away towards the end of Ramadan. So what we want tomorrow, we're going to have one of the trainers from Noor Fitness on our Facebook Live and also on YouTube, linked into the studio, and Gemma, who will be doing a short workout as well. So what we want is our listeners to be being more active, getting some physical exercise, and leading a more of a, even though you have your occasional palmos, we're not saying like don't treat yourself, but balance it out. Have a balanced lifestyle. Give yourself a treat, but also do exercise. Do get moving. Do encourage your other members in the family to get involved as well. So what we're asking is for 5 people to message us And so that'll be the first 5 entries that'll be going into the draw tomorrow. So if you are one of the 5 tomorrow, you'll be going into the draw for the tablet. So messages today to say, okay, you want to take part in, and what we're going to do is send you a link to a video call, and then we'll be all having a chat, and you guys will be doing a little workout together with Gemma on the live. So how about that? It's very easy. All of you, if you've got a mobile phone, we'll send you a link. You just open up the link in your Chrome browser, and then you'll be able to link us with us here in our studio, and then just put the phone or get someone else to hold the phone while you or other members in the family can do a little workout live here on CVFM Radio. So if you'd like to get involved in that, please drop us a message today. We'll arrange that with you. It's nothing to be scared about, and it's a great prize to give away. And one of the other things we're asking is for you to create short videos, like vlogs, even if you're on YouTube, or even a short video of you guys doing a workout. So we're going to put one of the workout videos on our Facebook page, and then you can do copy the routines and send us a little video on WhatsApp, and then we'll enter you that way as well. So lots of ways to get involved, but it really will be nice to get you guys on air and getting interactive with us and with our trainer as well tomorrow. So please drop me a message. It'll be myself, it'll be the trainer, and it'll be you guys at home. We'll be connected together. We only want 5 or 6 people to be involved on each week. So 01642688104 to get involved in that. So nothing to be shy about. So the question for today is, and if you want to phone in, if you don't have access to a mobile phone, or you don't do WhatsApp, or if you only got the landline, then I'm still happy to take your calls on the landline number as well, which is obviously 01642 688-104. So give us a ring in the studio as well. And what I'm going to do is, Brother Faisal mentioned something while I was out and about listening to him, doing a bit of shopping actually. I was over at Ahmed Foods picking up a few things, and there's a little bit of a queue actually. I went there and I was quite surprised, like 12 people in front of me. So I waited for maybe good 15 minutes, 10 minutes. Had a bit of a chin wag with some of the other people that were in the queue as well. So big shout out to me and Mushtaq brothers and all the staff out there looking after the people in Stockton, Inglewood, Barwick, Yarm and Thornby area as well, and flying the flag of Ramadan live. So what they were doing was obviously restricting the number of people in the shop at one time, which is really good and sensible thing to do. And what was I telling you about me and Mushtaq brothers? I don't know why I was talking about them actually. Yeah, while I was driving there, I was listening to Brother Faisal with his Ramazan Vibes program, which is 3 till 5. And he was interviewing Brother Umar Mansoor. You might remember Umar. He used to be imam in one of the local masjids a number of years ago. So he's doing charity work as well, but he's also taken a plunge into the world of nasheed artists. So he's released a Naat stroke nasheed on his official YouTube channel, which is Umar Mansoor Official. And I quite liked it. I think Umar did send me a message towards the start of Ramadan, but not had the opportunity to follow that up. But inshallah, I did hear the Naat, and I thought, yeah, I'm going to share that with our listeners as well once again on Drivetime. So this one is Behud by Umar Mansoor. Go and check it out on YouTube, I'm sure, and give it a follow on there as well, and subscribe to the channel.
खुद किए देते हैं अंदाज़ ही जाना आ दिल में तुझे रख लूं ए जलवाए करना ऐ चश्म करीमाना इतना तो करम करना है चश्म करीमाना जब जान लबों पर हो तुम सामने आ जाना आ दिल में तुझे रख लूं ऐ जलवाए जाना आ दिल में तुझे रख दुनिया में मुझे तुमने जब अपना बनाया है दुनिया में मुझे तुमने जब अपना बनाया है महशर में भी कह देना ये है मेरा दीवाना आ दिल.
Mashallah, beautiful track, and I'm going to go back to that in a moment as well. I do have a caller on the telephone line. Hello, assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
Ji, where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Middlesbrough.
Okay, and what's your name?
My name's Raheem Mazhar.
Rahim Mazhar, how are you doing today?
I'm okay.
Alhamdulillah. And would you like to take part in our daily quiz? How many prophets are mentioned in the Holy Quran?
How many prophets are mentioned in the whole Quran? Is it options?
Yes, it's 25, 26, or 28.
Yeah, 25, 26, or 28.
Zero 01642688104 is the telephone number. I've got Rahim Mazhar on the telephone line. He's just thinking about it. He's asking a friend actually for the answer. So, what's your answer, Rahim?
26.
Okay, I'll take that as your answer, and we'll leave it there. Thanks for your call. So that was Rahim Mazhar. If you'd like to take part in the program, 01642688104, you can call, send a WhatsApp message or a text message to that number, and you'll get entered into the draw if your answer is correct. We're going to go to another caller, and we'll see who's on here. Hello, assalamu alaikum.
Hello, assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. सारा बहन कैसी हैं आप?
ठीक है अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह.
आपने नया टेलीफोन लिया?
जी.
माशाल्लाह.
मोबाइल से
ये मोबाइल से, क्योंकि आपका जो घर का फोन
खराब हो गई.
हाँ बहुत खराब है. आपको नया फोन लेना चाहिए.
मैं समझे आप दे रहे.
अच्छा इंशाल्लाह देंगे, टेलीफोन भी देंगे. तो आप बताएं सवाल क्या था?
कुरान शरीफ में कितने पैगंबर के नाम है?
जी
28 है.
Okay, you think okay, that's fine. So that was
Okay.
Sarabhan. You are entered into the draw as well. 01642688104. Look, it's multiple choice. I'm giving you a fairly easy question, and I'm also giving you help as well. So if you want to take part in the program into this Manjaro, in fact, Sarabhan, you won the competition last week for a Manjaro's voucher, which is in my car. So I will, in fact, I didn't have your number. I'll save your number and give you a call and get your address, and we'll get that dropped off. Normally, people would come into the studio and say hello, hi, and pick it up. But because of the COVID-19 restrictions, we're not allowing anyone into the studio this year, unfortunately, at this moment in time, until restrictions are lifted. So we're having to do things remotely, electronically. We managing just about. If you have any feedbacks in relation to our programs, be happy to hear your feedback as well. Hello, assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
What's your name? Where are you calling from?
And I'm calling from Middlesbrough.
Sammy, would you like to take part in the program?
Yeah.
Okay, and the question is, how many are mentioned in the Holy Quran?
Is it 25?
That was one of the options I gave, 25, 26, or 28.
I think it's 25.
Okay, I'll put you down as 25. So that was Sammy. If you'd like to get involved in the program, you can do so. I am going to wrap up the competition very close to the end of my show. In fact, it isn't the end of my show because Aman Hussain, he's patiently waiting in the studio to get on air with Aman Hussain. No, it's live with Aman Hussain, or is it Naat Ki Barsat with Aman Hussain? Naat Ki Barsat. So do join Aman Hussain very shortly. So what I'll do is I'm going to leave the question with you, and you can drop us a message, or you can drop us a WhatsApp message, SMS, or comment on the live. They are your options. And the question is to win a Manjaro's Palmer voucher. And we will have other things as well to give away. We are talking to our other sponsors, and especially the food stores as well. We do have maybe 3 or 4 businesses that are very kindly supporting us this year. So a big shout out to Al Makkah Food Store as well. I'll be making sure that they offer something as well. Food City as well. I'm sure the brothers name and the team there will be happy to support a competition. Also, our brothers over in Stockton as well, Ahmed Foods as well. They'll be very generously supporting, and our good friends at Kashmir as well. So all these businesses will be offering something of value, and that we're going to give away, as well as the Palladium Fish and Chip Shops as well, Cluckies, or all the businesses. We are asking for you guys to take part in our daily quiz and give something of value to our listeners as well for taking part in these competition quizzes. It's all about encouraging our younger listeners to take part in the program. In fact, if you're older, you can take part as well. It doesn't make any difference. But the question is, you have to enter and you have to be selected randomly, may I add. So the question for today, and one last time, is how many prophets are mentioned in the Holy Quran? How many prophets are mentioned in the Holy Quran? Is it 25, 26, or 28? Talking about mentioning people, I want to give a big shout out to our other sponsors at Marhaba as well. If you've not had any opportunity to go and visit there, obviously it's Ramadan now, but they do a fabulous desi breakfast as well. So right after Ramadan, and once the COVID restrictions are lifted, one of the things I'm looking forward to, a nice desi breakfast as well. So I've had it a few times before. Obviously the restaurant part closed, but they are still open for takeaways. So do go and check them out. They do have some iftar specials as well. So do check it out, Marhaba on Lintop Road, and they do have a bakery section, fresh cakes, and also mithai, etc. as well. So all these businesses have been very kind and generous in terms of supporting us. Make sure you go out and show your support to them as well. So inshallah, I'll be back again with another sort of mixed program tomorrow. I'll have a couple of guests online virtually, and you guys, if you want to win the tablet, you need to get involved as well. So what we're offering is a tablet. Aman, do you want to go and get the tablet so I can show it to our listeners? So all you have to do is we'll be posting a workout video. Why do I want to keep saying video? A workout video on our Facebook page. You have to follow the routine on there and do a little workout and record it and send it on WhatsApp, and we will then enter you into the draw. We just want you, and maybe even encourage your nana, nani, dad, the elder members in the family who you might be living with, to encourage them to get the exercise as well. So they'll bring the box, and so in fact, bring that here as well. Bring that here. So Aman's gone to get the tablet. So this is obviously you guys are going to get a brand new one. So this is the tablet, what it looks like. It's a Samsung make tablet. I don't know if you can see that on there. So it's a Tab A. So a brand new one, sealed one that you guys will be getting, courtesy of our sponsors. So please do get involved with the program. So all you have to do is send us a little workout video of you doing the exercise, and we'll be posting some regular videos, and we'll doing a short a daily exercise shout out as well. So if you want to do, in fact, what we're going to do is after every azan, we're going to get you to do a little workout as well, just a little 5-minute routine. So 01642688104 is the number. So if you want to get involved in tomorrow's show, drop us a message today, and then we'll make links with you and get you on the air as well, and we'll have a little chat. You can have a chat with our guests as well. You can have a chat amongst each other, and so we'll take it as it comes tomorrow. I've got a few calls coming in today. I'm not taking any calls on the air at the minute, but if you do want to get involved in the program, you can drop us a message and we'll enter you into our daily Manjaros competition. And the question for today is, how many prophets are mentioned in the Holy Quran? Is it 25, 26 or 28 times? The answer has we had 3 online answers, online in the sense of on air, and we've got 3 different answers. One said 26, one said 25, one said 28. So yeah, that's not very helpful to you, is it? Anyway, I'm sure you know the answer to that. So mashallah ji, a few comments coming in. Actually, I've not been looking at the comments that are coming into the studio. So our regular North contributors, Miriam Ida, Fahim Mughal Saab from Darlington, and they send mashallah, very nice program. Thank you so much, and Jazakallah khair for listening. And with the name from Food City has said no problem at all, and that's what I like to hear, the spirit of Ramadan. So inshallah we'll be getting we'll be having a chat with Brother Naeem and the team at Food City as well, in terms of a competition for you guys as well. And Kalam, the message from AK Ali Saab as well. Inshallah, Aman Hussain will be doing the requests, because this is in the request show. Aman Hussain will be playing all your requests next. This year we don't have a Zafar Saab because of the COVID lockdown and the family situation there, so it's not advisable for people to come out the house and do a show here in the studio. Most of our presenters are presenting from home. A couple of people, myself and Aman and maybe Sahar, are in the studio, and we are taking all precautions necessary. So Aman's sat in the far corner. I think he's used to sitting in corners now anyway, but he'll be joining us once we've sanitized the desk. Meanwhile, what we're going to do is leave this beautiful track with you guys, and I'm going to say Ijazat aap se lunga. Inshallah I'll be back again tomorrow. I better go and get my the chores done. 1,000,001 things to do, but inshallah this is Ramadan, and thank you for staying tuned. I'm just talking, filling a few more seconds while Aman gets ready. So inshallah we will be back with you tomorrow, same time, same place, 104.5 FM, online via the website, also Facebook Live if you're watching on live, and also YouTube as well. Do follow our YouTube channel as well. We've not really posted much on there over the years, but we're trying to get more active on there, because lots of people do link in their television sets with the YouTube app that they might have on their Chromecast, on their Amazon Fire TV, on Sky Q, on their smart TV, whatever platform, whatever mechanism you have for linking your YouTube account to your television set, so you can do that as well. So that was I think it was Rahmat Zahmi Saab that suggested that we should do on, he's very technical as well, our Rahmat Saab as well. So he suggested that, look, I'm looking for you on YouTube, I can't find you. I said, we're not broadcasting on YouTube, we're on Facebook. And so I don't have Facebook, I'm on YouTube. So I said, look, we'll sort that out for you as well. So listen, if we can accommodate, we will. Just like you guys, you are very good in terms of participating things. So thank you for that as well. And especially to all our sponsors and partners that are working with us this year. Jazakallah khair. Thank you for your support and commitment this year. I'm going to leave you this beautiful track, Falak Ke Nazaro by Milad Raza Qadri. One of my favorites. I'm sure you'll enjoy it too. Allah Hafiz from me. Assalamu alaikum.
फलक के नजारों ज़मीं की बहारों सभी दे मनाओ हुजूर आ गए हैं उठो गम के मारो चलो बेसहारो खबर ये सुनाओ हुजूर आ गए